Hi everyone, welcome back. Patricia Keela here, and today we're talking about if decluttering is wasteful. The more you do it, the more you see things that you paid for just leaving your home, and it starts to feel like you just throwing your money away. Even if that item was very expensive or if they were inexpensive, it all adds up and we work hard for the money. So feeling like it's wasteful is another reason that keeps you from getting rid of the things that you no longer need. But I'd like to give you some encouragement that decluttering is not wasteful. The true waste was actually buying something that you didn't need. That was when the waste happened. You spent money on something that you didn't need and now you want to get rid of it, and you're making yourself you're trying to convince yourself that you could need it or somebody could use it or it's still useful or what if or maybe. These are things you're trying to convince yourself so you don't feel so wasteful. Keeping something that you don't need is probably more wasteful than buying it in the first place. You're wasting the space in your home. You're probably spending more money to buy bins and organizers, even storage units or sheds to contain and organize these things. It's also a waste of potential happiness because this stuff is probably weighing you down. You're tripping over it, you're falling over it. It's just in the way. And these are years where you could be enjoying a happy life, living in a home that you want to live in, but you're wasting the time because you're toying around with whether to keep or get rid of something. You might even convince yourself that you're a little more crafty than you actually are. That's my problem. You'll upcycle. You'll turn something into trash to treasure. You'll do this, you'll do that. And then you're just keeping everything because you don't want to be wasteful. But let's be honest. Are you going to do those things? Can you do those things? So I'd like you to know that I pick my video topics based on how I'm feeling. This is something that I personally have struggled with, and sometimes I still do. Now, I was reading the blog zenhabits.net. I'll link it below, and they have an article posted just on this issue, and it really helped me. So once you recognize that buying the item was wasteful and keeping it is even more wasteful, you're able to really get rid of the things that you don't need. And to really make sure that you're not being wasteful, be responsible in how you declutter. Give it to somebody who could use it. Again, it's really wasteful to keep something that's useful and not use it. So find a family member, find a charity, a thrift store, find the specific outlet for what it is that you have. Somebody out there can definitely use it. On the blog Zen Habits, I talk about letting your possessions own you. So if you're having trouble getting rid of something, that possession has a lot of control. It has a lot of power over you. You cannot decide to get rid of a thing. And it happens to everyone. Again, I chose this topic because it happens to me. But you're in control. You decide what things you want to keep and what things you don't. So once you realize that you're in control over your possessions and you find uses for your possessions as you declutter, you have got to learn your lesson. I'm working on this. I am currently in a little bit of a restriction. I've grounded myself from excess spending. It's a struggle, but you've got to learn your lesson. The reason you have so much to declutter is because you were wasteful with your money in the first place by over shopping. It really is. Now, yes, there are some things that you've inherited, things that you're gifted, and I understand that, and that's out of your control. But for the majority of the stuff in your home, you most likely purchased it or your spouse did. Let's learn our lesson from this decluttering cycle that we get trapped in and curb our spending and try to shop for only what we need or really love, something that will really bring us joy. I am not a pure minimalist in that I only have what I need. I do have decor and things that don't really serve any other purpose than that they're pretty, but that's okay. I'm comfortable with that. So I hope some of my words have helped you feel that you're not being wasteful when you declutter. You really not. You might have been a little wasteful when you bought something you didn't need, but when you declutter responsibly and find a use for the item, find the correct outlet for it, you are not being wasteful. I really truly see it as being more wasteful to keep something that you don't need. Not just wasteful of the dollar, but again, wasteful of your energy, your time, your space, and potentially of your years of happiness. So stop wasting those truly valuable items and get rid of the stuff that's weighing you down. And ultimately, you guys, whether you keep the stuff or not, try to just live a happy life. That's what I'm seeking, and I'm seeking it through this path of living with less. Whatever works for you, let's just live and let live and enjoy life while we have it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.